The discussion of becoming rich and becoming a millionaire is strictly prohibited, and to imply that it can be achieved by the age of 30 seems like something out of a fantasy novel. Although it is not forbidden, it should not be ruled out completely. After graduating from college at the age of 21, I found myself with no money and a mound of student loan debt. However, by the time I reached the age of 30, I had accumulated $1 million. Here are the 10 steps that I followed to become a billionaire. If you follow them, you will be one of them by the age of 30-something. Follow the money, and you'll get there. Save your way through to the millionaire level is not going to be possible for you. To begin, focus on gradually increasing your revenue and then repeating the process over and over again. Initially, my monthly income was $2,000 per month. However, 9 years later, it had grown to $25,000 per month. As soon as you start monitoring your money, you'll be compelled to manage your income and identify business opportunities. Don't be a show-off, just show up. Before I could buy my first high-end watch or car, I needed to ensure that my businesses and assets were producing a large number of consistent and dependable sources of revenue. When I became a millionaire, I continued to drive the same Toyota Camry that I had purchased when I first began out. It is more important to be recognized for your work ethic than for the items that you have acquired. Save to invest, rather than saving in order to save. The sole purpose to save money is to put it into an investment opportunity. Put your money in accounts that are both safe and holy, i.e., untouchable. It is never acceptable to utilize these accounts for anything, not even in an emergency situation. This will compel you to continue with step 1, which is to grow your earnings. Even now, I am broke at least twice a year because I constantly put my surpluses into enterprises that I am unable to access. Avoid loan that does not improve your cash flow. Make it a rule that you will never borrow money if it is not going to generate income. I only borrowed money to purchase a car since I was certain that it would increase my earnings. Rich people use debt to enhance the value of their possessions and the amount of cash they have available. Poor individuals borrow money in order to buy things that increase the wealth of the rich. Think of money as a jealous lover. Millions and millions of people want financial freedom, yet only a tiny number of people have millions as a result of placing a high value on financial independence. If you want to achieve and maintain financial independence, you must put your financial well-being first. Money may be likened to a jealous lover in certain ways. Those who choose to disregard it will find themselves neglected in return. Even worse, it will abandon you in favor of someone who is more in love with it. Work harder than your competitors. If money is the priority, then time, schedules, and holidays aren't important, and you shouldn't believe that they are. People with a strong work ethic are more likely to be drawn to financial rewards. When I was 26 years old, the store where I worked closed at 7 p.m., and I was employed in the retail industry. My regular hours are between 11 p.m. and midnight, and I'll usually be there to make a quick sell to augment my income. Never aim to be the most brilliant or lucky person, instead, concentrate on outperforming everyone else. Being poor should not be an option. I've been having financial difficulties, and it's been a pain. The amount of money I've had is barely enough to get by, and that's almost as bad as not having enough. Get rid of any and all ideas that being poor is in any way acceptable or even acceptable at this point. Confront your financial difficulties front on. The General George S. Patton once said, "Success is measured by how effectively you bounce off the bottom." Seek advice from a millionaire mentor. Most of us were raised in middle-class or poor settings, and as a result, we identify ourselves in terms of the limits and values of that particular social group. When I started researching millionaires, I was able to learn about their mindset and ideas from them, and I was able to duplicate what they were doing with their money. Invest time in developing a connection with your own personal millionaire mentor. Let your money do the work. A millionaire may be made through investing, which is the golden goose in the quest for riches. When it comes to your investments, you should be able to make more money than you do in your current work. I needed to invest $50,000 into my second company endeavor in order to get it off the ground. For the last 10 years, that company has been reimbursing me on a monthly basis for the $50,000 it spent on my training. My third investment was in real estate, which was my third purchase. I started off with $350,000, which represented a substantial percentage of my entire net worth at the time of the transaction. That property is still in my ownership today, and it continues to provide income for me in the future. The only reason to go to the next phases is to make an investment. Aim for $10 million, not $1 million. It was my inability to see the big picture that led to my making the single most costly financial mistake of my career. My strong recommendation is that you aim for more than $1 million. Our world does not suffer from a shortage of money, rather, there is a scarcity of people who are capable of thinking strategically. If you follow these 10 steps, you will be on your way to being rich. People who suggest that your financial aspirations are the product of greed should be avoided at all costs. If you want to be successful, avoid get-rich-quick schemes, practice ethics, never give up, and if you do achieve success, be willing to help others in doing so as well.